Hi everyone, this is Kellyanne, the High Priestess, bringing you divine messages. Tonight's reading is for those of you with your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in the sign of Leo. I'll be taking a look at your current energy to see what's going on for you currently, and then we will also be looking at any obstacles or challenges that you might currently be facing. Moving forward, we'll be looking at what's coming around the corner and something that you may not be able to see coming. Okay? So let's just cut the deck. We'll get started. Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my ancestors and loved ones that have crossed, thank you for this gift of divination and thank you for your blessings as well as your protection. Spirit, as I attempt to interpret and clarify the messages and advice that you are channeling through me tonight, I ask that you please be as specific as possible so that I may provide accurate guidance for my seekers, my Leo viewers. Okay, so right away, we have two cards that wanted to come out. We have the Emperor in reverse, and we have the Page of Cups. Can I have more energy for Leo, please? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Have more information for Leo, please. Thank you. Okay, we also have the World in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, major for Pisces there. And let's see if we can take a look at any obstacles or challenges that you might currently be dealing with, Leo. Obstacles or challenges for Leo, please. Obstacles or challenges for Leo, please. Thank you. Okay, the King of Wands. It's you, Leo, by the way. Okay. So let's take a look at what is currently happening with you. Okay. So the King of Wands is mature masculine energy, his fire energy. So he could be Leo, Sag, Aries, or just someone who really presents with that energy. Very driven, very motivated, goes after what they want, can be very charismatic, charming, very sure of themselves. The reason that this may be coming up as your challenge, though, Leo, is maybe you are not feeling that way right now. Perhaps you are feeling less than motivated. Maybe your self esteem is not as good as it normally is right now for whatever reason. Maybe you're having a hard time actually following through or going after what it is that you actually want. So let's see what's going on here and see if we can put all the pieces together for you, okay? So the first card that came out was the Emperor in reverse. This is actually also fire energy, major for Aries. When this card comes up in reverse, this can represent masculine energy. This is somebody who really may be having a lot of issues with wanting to dominate or have a lot of control over a situation. This could be somebody who may be very difficult to deal with. This could be somebody who has a huge ego intact and maybe can be very selfish and not really listening to the wants of others. Okay. If you're dealing with somebody like this, it would make sense, why you're having a hard time focusing on the things that you want and going after the things that you want, Leo. We do have this Page of Cups here. A page in tarot usually presents a messenger, right? Pages are messengers. But in this case, with the Page of Cups, this is actually water energy. So it could be that a young person, maybe 13 or younger, might be bringing in an offer or some kind of creative message to you. Maybe they have ideas about something, a project. It could be that this is a young person who really is very imaginative. Or they could just be letting you know that through this situation, they are showing you their affection. They're showing you their little offers of love. It's kind of like a flirtatious, caring, I like you kind of energy, right? This isn't a card that comes up when we're talking about romantic relationships because this is really just the beginning stages of affection, if that's where you are in your relationship. But really, this could be somebody just bringing you a message or an offer about some kind of new creative task or project that they might want to get started with you. Now, paired with this Knight of Wands, this is also fire energy. So you do have a lot of fire energy just with these 6 cards here. 3 of them are fire. The Knight of Wands can also represent Leo's and Sag and Aries energy as well. The Knights really typically in tarot represent movement forward, movement backward. They're kind of like inconsistent energy, but in this case, out of all of the Knights, this one is the most motivated. This one is the one that really is very passionate, very vibrant, very driven to kind of go after what they want and make things happen, right? So perhaps this young person is trying to get you back on track. That's what I'm feeling, because with this World card in reverse and with this Hangman in reverse, it really kind of, these are both major arcana. The World is a fixed energy, right? It's a Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus energy. And then we have the Hangman in reverse, which is major for Pisces. So with these 2 cards coming up together, what it's telling me is that you're really having a very hard time seeing things differently right now or seeing things in a new way. Okay, maybe you've just been hanging around way too long. That's what I'm picking up. With this World card um, in reverse, it's also telling me, Leo, that for some reason there are some life lessons here that possibly you have not mastered. It's showing me that you kind of are not learning from your mistakes, and because of that, it's preventing you from kind of moving forward the way that you typically would, because this is your energy. And the fact that it's posing as your challenge right now, it's showing me that something is going on that's preventing you from behaving the way that you typically would, like a Leo, right? Leos are typically very outgoing. They're very motivated. They're very driven people. They know what they want and they go after what they want typically, right? But the fact that, you know, you have 1, 2, 3 cards that are indicating that you're not feeling that way right now, is a good indication that something is going on. So let's go ahead and clarify what we have here, and then we'll take a look at that. So I'm curious to find out why it is that you're feeling stuck, Leo. What are you hanging on to that's preventing you from not being able to move on? So here you have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is another card that kind of has to do with fate and kind of a card that represents good luck. So although it's showing me that you're kind of like in this limbo phase right now where you're having a hard time letting go of something in order to move on, it is saying that the tides are changing for you. And it could be because of this young person bringing in this news or this idea. Maybe you needed to see things through fresh eyes. That's kind of like what I'm feeling. The Wheel of Fortune really has to do with cycles in life that are closing out. But typically, it does usually represent good change, good luck, coming your way, an old cycle of behavior or an old cycle that really maybe wasn't beneficial to you is now coming to an end and things are going to start to change. But clearly that's up to you with this world card, because if you are not learning the lessons that you need to based on your past experiences, you're not going to be able to, start this wheel in motion, which is kind of what I feel like you need to do. Maybe like you've had ideas about it, because this card can represent ideas, but you're just not really acting out or acting in a way that shows any momentum toward what it is that you want. Okay. Um, let's get another one for this world in reverse. Can I have clarification for the world in reverse? Let me look this over. Okay. Can I have clarification for the world in reverse for Leo, please? Thank you. Ah, the High Priestess. Okay. The High Priestess is also major for Pisces. So you have double Pisces energy here. Pisces is water energy. The High Priestess is a card that represents you being very intuitive, knowing when you're supposed to not so much look at the facts around you and look at what's visible, but to kind of go in within yourself and kind of decide on whether or not you want to act on your intuition, your gut. What is your gut telling you? In your heart of hearts, what is your gut telling you to do? Which direction is your gut telling you to go? Try to put logic and reasoning aside and try to listen to your inner self, okay? Because right now, perhaps you're not able to do that for whatever reason. And that's why you're in this kind of like hanging around limbo mode right now, okay? Um, Again, I think it's important here with this world in reverse. Whenever this comes up in reverse, it's really telling me that for some reason you keep repeating the same cycles of behavior that are maybe not allowing you to progress. It's not showing growth. It's not showing learning to the point where you're going to um help yourself get out of this rut, because this kind of feels like a rut to me, like you're stuck here. Okay. Let's take a look at this page. What have you been thinking about, or what is this idea in reference to? What does this have to do with you finding your motivation again? Let's see. Can I have information for the Page of Cups, please? I have more guidance on the Page of Cups, please. Okay. Two of Cups. Okay. So I'm getting that there's a relationship here. There's some kind of loving connection. The Two of Cups as a reader to me really kind of represents that twin flame energy, that soul tie, your person, the person that you have a very, very strong bond with. This can be a romantic bond. This could be a person, even a best friend that you feel is more like your sister. This is like a union of people that you just feel like you can't live without this person, right? And if something is happening right now with your person who may or may not be this emperor who's in reverse, is what's causing you to not be able to progress, then we have to look at that further, right? What is actually causing this to progress? Is it that you want to hopefully have a commitment here? If you're renting together, do you want to buy a condo together? If you are engaged, is it that you want to get married? Um, is it that you just feel like it's stagnant, maybe? Because the Hangman can also feel like there's stagnation there. It's like a long waiting period of basically doing nothing, no movement forward, right? So let's take a look at that. Also, if this person, like I said, maybe you're dealing with an Aries, it doesn't have to be, but it's definitely a strong fire energy person, or someone who presents with that energy. Um, is the one that's presenting the issue here, that's not allowing you to move forward, then we need to take a look at, you know, what is it that you're doing that's maybe, what is the dynamic between the two of you that's really not working to your benefit, right? Because even though the Emperor is in reverse here, um, it can, typically in the upright, the emperor represents somebody who's very confident, very self-assured. But in the reverse, even though there's arrogance here, um, and a lot of times the emperor in reverse can represent like people that have conflict issues, authority, issues with authority. It really stems from a lack of self confidence. Sometimes arrogance comes out when somebody's actually very insecure. A lot of people don't know that. They think automatically when somebody's very arrogant that they have a huge ego. And it could be quite the opposite. This person might have very low self esteem and they're coming off as arrogant to hide that. Okay. So we'll take a look at that as well. What is going on with this Two of Cups though? What's going on with this Two of Cups? What's going on? Is it that you're thinking about moving forward with this person, but you just don't know, what's preventing the progress? Drop the card, excuse me. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles is earth energy. So this could be a Capricorn, it could be a Virgo, it could be a Taurus. It doesn't have to be. Pentacle energy is really earth energy. It's very grounded, very practical, um, very generous, very kind. This is a mature feminine energy here, very nurturing, wants or has, a beautiful home. She takes care of the children. She takes care of the pets. This is kind of like a Mother Earth type of energy here. And this queen has kind of mastered all of the things that she needs to be able to be in a relationship with someone and make it very beneficial and very loving, for whomever she's involved with. Um, you may have this energy about you, right? Or this could be possibly a mother figure within this dynamic here with this Two of Cups, a parental figure. If you're a younger person here looking at this reading, this could be a maternal influence here that you're very, very close to. Um, Possibly this could be, depending on, how it resonates with you, this could be a very domineering father figure. You have to take it how it resonates, but something is preventing the progress here. I'd like to actually look to see what is coming around the corner for you though. Let's see the progression of this. Can I have near future energy please for Leo? Near future energy for Leo, please. Near future energy for Leo. This card could also meant like an innocent suggestion, like a nod to kind of help you in a certain direction, like, oh, I've been thinking about this. What do you think? To kind of, plant the seed for something as well. Okay, so we have the Empress, major for Taurus there. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Lovers. Okay, so we have soul energy here, and we also have the Death or Rebirth card here, which is major for Scorpio. There's a lot going on here, and I'm picking up a lot of back and forth energy between you and your person here. The Empress, like I said, is major for Taurus, sort of similar in the energy to the Queen of Pentacles, right? The Empress is just the epitome of, the mothering, nurturing, maternal figure. This card is the mature feminine energy that really embodies all of the other queens of the tarot deck. So she's mastered the fire, water, earth, and air energy, and all of those characteristics that she needs to be a very healthy, selfless, giving person, right? Um, maybe you two have been talking about the idea of conceiving a child. I'm picking that up. With this Lover's card here and this Two of Cups, I do feel like this is a soul tie here. This is definitely a pair. This is a union here between the two of you. Now you have two cards here that represent endings. We have the Death and Rebirth card in the reverse, which we'll take a look at in a minute. And we also have this Ten of Swords card. The Ten of Swords actually does represent an ending that has been very, very painful, very traumatic, very emotionally traumatic, psychologically traumatic, right? It's something that's very difficult to recover from. So, being that these cards are in your near future energy, I'm wondering if something is going to transpire that is going to disrupt your union. Okay, so let's take a look at that. I'm wondering if this entire reading, Leo, and I realize this reading may only be for a select few of you, but in tarot, we believe that if you are looking at this video right now, it's because you were meant to receive these messages. This reading is meant for you, and the fact that this King of Wands came up as the, your card, that's your card. So I feel like this reading is for a specific Leo or a few Leos. One thing that I heard is that possibly the two of you were talking about conception here, talking about the possibility of trying to conceive a child, and maybe it wasn't working out or you were not able to conceive, and there's a very long waiting period that you've been going through that's been leading to a lot of frustration, right? Which is why you're not moving forward. You're in like this rut, this holding pattern. But I am seeing that moving forward, something is going to come to an end here. So I don't know. I don't like to say these things, but I have to call it like I see it. I don't know if this is a situation where the two of you are not going to remain together, or if it's that there's loss or miscarriage happening here. I don't normally say this in a reading, but given the position of the cards and given what I'm seeing, that could be. Um, it also could be that this Empress card is going to kind of walk away from this relationship because it's just not meeting your needs and you feel that you want something better for yourself, right? The Empress is all about being in her power, being knowing that she can stand alone. The Empress doesn't care about how others view her. She doesn't care about, getting the accolades from other people. She can stand on her own. She's mastered all of life's lessons already. Um, and in this card, in this specific deck, if you look at the Ten of Swords, this person has been through it here with these black crows, right? Representing an ending, representing, you know, something very traumatic, but at the same time, she's kind of looking off into the horizon, wondering what's next. And really, this card means almost the exact same thing as this card, even though it's in the reverse. It really means a very traumatic ending that's very difficult to recover from. Okay? So maybe you're just tired of, hanging around and going nowhere with your person. Maybe, like I said, it is something involving conception or not being able to conceive. Um, I feel like this is a very kind of heavy reading. I want to get some clarification on this. Can I have information on this death and rebirth and reverse, please? Death and rebirth for Leo. And now you have the Page of Cups in reverse. Isn't that funny? You have the two, and being that, I have to say it again, being that you have two pages here, remember, pages in tarot represent young children. So we're talking like 12 and under, you know. Um, hmm. So again, it's like somebody may have had the idea of something, but for whatever reason, it just is not working out. And even though this card is in reverse this time, like this is somebody also that is kind of very emotionally immature. I mean, pages normally represent immaturity because it represents like a younger person or someone who acts like a younger person, right? But when this card is in reverse, it's really somebody who's kind of hard to handle because they never really take responsibility for their actions. They're kind of like very immature. There are creative blocks. It's just they can't seem to get anything off the ground because they're just emotionally very immature. So it could be that you're choosing to kind of walk away. You're choosing to have an ending because you feel in the future, Leo, that you can stand alone and you don't need to be in this pattern anymore with this arrogant person, this person who really deep down lacks self-confidence but is not able to be the partner that you need them to be. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. Um, Let me get clarification on this Empress. Can I have clarification on the Empress, please, for Leo? Clarification on the Empress, please. Because remember, this is future energy. This could be what's coming down the pike for you. Thank you. The Seven of Cups. Wow, this is all about choices. The Seven of Cups is the card that means choices, but it also means confusion. There's confusion here, okay? Some of the choices that you may be thinking about are good for you. And the other choices that you may be thinking about could be to your detriment. Okay. In other decks, a lot of times they'll show cups with like little gifts in them. And then the other cups will have like a snake, like things that are not healthy for you. Right. So this card is all about illusion, delusion, not having the wherewithal to make accurate decisions because not everything is out in the open. Some of this information could be hidden from view, and it's very, very hard to make a decision. And what I was just saying before is possibly you have been maybe thinking about, right, walking away from this person, or maybe you just realize that something's not meant to be here, right? I want to know what your person wants to say to you. Sometimes people don't communicate well. Can you please tell me what this person wants Leo to know? What does this person want to say to Leo? What does this person want to say to Leo, please? What does this person want Leo to know? What does this person want to say to Leo? I regret lying to you. Okay. So something is not kosher here, as they say, right? Maybe this person filled your mind with kind of false hope, and you're starting to recognize that now, Leo. Hmm. Can I have some advice or messages, angels, please, for Leo moving forward? Messages or advice for Leo moving forward? Messages or advice for Leo, please. Angel answers. What do you want Leo to know? Let go. This whole reading has been about possibly walking away, right? It's telling you there's some situation here, and the angels, your guardian angels, your spirit guides are telling you it might be time to let go. All right, it might be time to choose a new path, because again, remember I talked about this world card earlier, using your intuition to guide you with that. These two cards are aligned here. Maybe we have to stop this cycle of behavior that's preventing you from getting to where you need to be, Leo. You have to learn your life lesson, and you haven't been currently. And it might be time that you do that now, so that you can find happiness and become this Empress energy, right? And get back to where you need to be, which is really this very powerful, strong, independent, motivated, driven go getter of a person, right? When we're not in our element, we can't bring positive change. We can't manifest what it is that we want. Okay, Leo? So I know this was a very heavy reading. And like I said, I am sure that this is very specific for a select few of you. But if this reading resonates with you, I would love to hear from you, in the comments section. Um, and I look forward to our next reading so that we can see how things are progressing for you. And until then, I wish you blessings and happiness. Thank you.